shooting your hand.
Oh. I gotta get this song.
You're tuned into another edition of the Hot Seat. Presley Sullivan.
Okay. Well, my full name is Presley Amber Sullivan, and I'm 14 years old, and I'm in 9th grade, and I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been singing really since I can remember, and I just love singing and dancing and performing and writing and all that kind of stuff.
Where are you from?
I'm from Loganville, Georgia.
Born and raised?
Pretty much.
Yeah, alright. So, how did you come about this singing thing? What made you?
Well, like I said, ever since I can remember, I've loved to sing and everything, and then...
When did you start remembering?
Well, I mean, I just remember being like a little baby and like singing for my mom and her friends, and my mom would tell me how I would get in front of her friends and just sing songs and stuff. And I really started getting into like the industry when Angela Hamilton noticed me singing karaoke at a restaurant, and then she told me about Who's Got That Vibe.
Okay,
so do you remember when you sang for your mom? Were they under the influence?
No, I don't remember. No, they would not have done that.
Did they exploit you?
Did they what?
Exploit you, just take you around, make you sing, when families and friends and all that good stuff?
I mean, I think I would do it voluntarily.
Voluntarily?
Yes.
So, what can you give us a specific age when you started your singing?
I guess, I mean, probably like really singing, probably about 8 or something.
And you're how old now?
I'm 14.
Okay. What school you go to?
Loganville High School.
Okay. So you're a freshman?
Yes.
It's first year in high school?
Yes.
You enjoy it?
I like it a lot, yeah.
Were you excited about going to high school?
I was nervous, but after my first day, I was like, oh, I really like this. So.
Why? Because the reason why I'm asking you this question is I have a 14-year-old myself, and this was her first year in high school, and she was really excited about going to high school. I think I was more nervous than she was about the whole transition. It was really weird. But she just jumped right in there. You cheer or anything in the band? Chorus?
No,
Got to be in chorus.
I'm in chorus next semester, but this semester I'm in drama.
Okay. So you like to act. So you want to be a professional something.
Yes.
Something like what though? Like
I want to do everything. I want to sing and act, and I like to dance, and I like to write my own songs and stuff like that.
So when you write your own song, what goes through your head? Where do you start at?
Where do I start?
And where do you end up? Like when you start writing the song, where do you start? Like what makes you come up with the song?
Normally it's when I'm either like really happy or I'm really sad, or sometimes I'll just be in the mood to write, so I'll just write something random and I might go back to it later and finish it, or I might just write a lot down and then like fix it. But sometimes I like what I do and sometimes I don't like it.
So basically, depending on the mood that you have, that's the type of song you write.
Yeah.
Alright.
So how old were you when you got on your first stage? See, I need to get more Red Bull on me because I'm not amped up enough. But how old were you when you got on your first stage?
My first big performance was my 7th grade talent show. So I was, I guess, 12.
Was there a place? Did you place or anything?
I got first.
Okay, all right, that's hot.
What did you sing?
I sang White Liar by Miranda Lambert.
You don't even know who that is.
Let
man.
me hear it. I want to get somewhere. I don't want to get a taste of that. What was it?
Oh Lord, I haven't sang this song in forever.
You know that song, Chuck?
No, not at all. So let me ask you this: Do your braces impair your singing?
Not really. No.
Yeah, my daughter. Once again, my daughter just got her braces off about 4 months ago, so now she thinks she's really cute. If you're out there listening. But yeah, it was a good thing though, because her teeth were mangled in her mouth, and now they're all straight.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, that's good.
Mango. Wow.
It was a bad accident that happened in her mouth, but they're all straightened out now. So you started your talent shows in junior high. That's right, right? Junior high,
Middle school. Yes,
middle school.
grade.
Junior, is there a difference in middle school and junior high?
I guess.
Yeah, you call it junior high. But down here in Georgia, you call it middle school.
Middle school, okay. Middle school. I'm old too, so we might have changed the name. But so you started there and you did that first talent show. So after you left that talent show, what happened after that?
That's really what got me motivated to keep going, because I really liked it. And then the next year in 8th grade, I got to come back and sing as the winner of the previous year. And then my next performance, like actually out somewhere, was at Who's Got That Vibe at Cafe 290.
Okay, so has there been a time where you started crying because the crowd didn't receive you well?
Actually, I don't think that's happened to me yet.
Are you prepared for that moment?
Yes, my dad told me the other day that I need to be prepared for that. I was like, whatever.
Get ready for the tomatoes and all the good stuff.
When that happens to me, and it hasn't happened to me yet, I'm just go off. I'm telling you, I'm just start swearing, cursing. I'm gonna just flip out on them.
You gonna lose it now?
I might even jump down in the crowd now. I'm just laughing. But yeah, that's what's happening. And Vibe, how many shows have you been on? Who's Got That Vibe? I don't even want to say that. On that other show.
I did 3 shows at Cafe 290, and then I did 3 or 4 shows at Who's Got That Vibe at Moonlight Lounge. So
now I'm gonna pay you a compliment, and this is the true story. First, before we saw you, I fell asleep. Bam woke me up. Then Bam fell asleep. I woke him up, and then you start singing. Then we start paying attention again. And that's a true story. That's pretty hot, man. And because the rap thing is totally oversaturated. We don't want to hear any more of that. And we don't even allow rap on our live shows unless they're children. Grown folks doing it ain't gonna happen. You're a child. What is it, about 12 and under?
Yeah, 12.
You can get away with it on our show, but we don't want to hear that. So when you sung, I didn't even know that was someone else's song until I actually heard it on the radio, because it was something like "Don't Put That Record On."
Oh, girl, put your record
Oh
on.
yeah, that was hot. I was like, that's what you sung, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's that by?
I don't know.
Corin Bailey Ray.
Corin Bailey Ray. You didn't know that, man? I thought you were in the music business. You were supposed to know.
I heard the name of the artist before, but
I've never heard the name of the artist before, so that's all brand new to me. But it was hot. And I guess it's even hot when I hear it on the radio now, because I never paid attention to it until I actually heard you sing, and I thought that was your song until I actually heard it on the radio. But nevertheless, so go ahead.
Since you're doing all these showcases and all this good stuff, how do your friends treat you now?
Actually, they've been pretty supportive through the whole thing. I don't tell that many people about what's going on just because I don't want drama to start and everything.
Have you lost any friends? I know there got to be some haters out there.
I haven't really lost any friends.
Yeah.
Luckily.
No entourage. No one wants to be in your entourage and follow you around.
They've just been really supportive, and they don't really hate on me very much, so it's been good.
So is Mom your biggest supporter?
Probably.
Probably your number one fan, huh?
And my little sister.
Because she sat there with you in that smoke-filled place at wee hours in the morning.
Yes.
And I was shocked because another true story. After you sung your song, this is Bam. I'm gonna blame it on Bam. I'm not even gonna put it on me. How old is she for real? Because I think, didn't you say how old? Because the song came across so well, and in the entertainment business, people lie about their age all the time. Yeah. It's like, how old is she for real?
How old was she at the show? 11?
Well, no, she wasn't the 11-year-old, was she?
How old was she at the show? 14.
I'm 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess
I asked. I said, how old is she for real? And she said she's 14. But I thought she was about 16, at least 16, 17.
And that's a common thing we go through.
We see a bunch of artists out there who claim to be. One girl was 11 for 3 years. I was like, she hasn't had a birthday yet, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people change their age. So like, how old is she? That was what I said exactly after before I said, how old is she for real?
But that's a compliment also because it came across as very mature,
Yeah.
and you had great stage presence. You look like a star up there. You
Yeah.
actually
She
look like a
wasn't
star.
scared or nothing.
Compared to let me take something off of that. Compared to what you were up against, sometimes and no offense when I say this, sometimes you can be the best smelling garbage man on the garbage truck, and you have to measure yourself against the competition. You are way ahead of that competition, but if that competition was on your own level, where would you be? That's how, so that's nothing bad, but it's just that was really watered down, and that's the reason why you seem so exceptional. And the guy on the keyboard wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. I mean, I think when he first started, the keyboard thing had me going, but then his sound wasn't great. Excuse me. He could get away with it, but it wasn't great. But that's me. I'm very critical, and I don't know anything about the music business. This time, I think you have a website.
Yes, I do.
Well, we need to put all that information out, your Twitter, your Facebook, your website, the people you want to shout out to. We're going to give you that moment this moment,
Yes.
to do all that. And I'm going to load one of your CDs up, and we're going to let the listening audience. Wait a minute.
My website is presleysullivan.com, or you can find me on Facebook at Presley Amber Sullivan. And I'm also on YouTube. If you just type in Presley Sullivan, then my videos will come up. And also I'm on ReverbNation.com, and my name's Presley Sullivan on there too.
Alright, so you got videos actually on YouTube?
Mhm.
Musical videos?
Yes, but I mean they're just like recorded.
Oh, clips. Clips, okay.
Oh, alright.
Okay. You were looking for a full-blown
Yeah,
Universal
like
Studio video.
106 Park. I'm like, oh, alright. Let me check
So
that
do
out.
you watch MTV? I take it.
A little bit.
A little bit.
You watch
Cool.
BET?
No.
Yeah.
Well, now we're going to try the phone lines once.
It was time for him to go, to move on to a better land. It broke our hearts to face the truth. Life gets real hard with all the people you've got to lose. Fly away, young love, we're gonna miss you, dear. Find peace way up above, but you won't be forgotten down here. Though the Lord took you away, we know you're in a better place. Even though it's hard for us to let go. Fly away, young love. Fly away, young love. Fly away, As he started off down the street, he turned to say goodbye. But it all came so fast, it knocked us down when we heard the news. But don't you worry about us, we'll all be with you soon. Fly away, young love, we're gonna miss you, dear. Find peace way up above, but you won't be forgotten down here. Though the Lord took you away, we know you're in a better place. Even though it's hard for us to let go. Fly away, young love. Fly away, young love. Fly away, home. Fly away, home. Fly away, home.
Oh,
Of R&B.
what R&B do you
so
sing?
What's indie
What?
pop, first of all?
Indie pop is like Colby Calais. I don't really know.
I want to know what R&B she sings.
I sing-
Now the seat gets hot. But yeah. So was that about someone passing away, dying, or something?
Yes, actually, I wrote that song about a kid who I used to go to school with. His name is Trevor Jones, and he got in a boating accident and he passed away. And then I also dedicate that song to all the soldiers who lost their lives in the war.
Okay, because that was a hot song.
That was pretty deep.
So you mentioned, we've never had a conversation with Dominic Mitchell, but I personally like what he does because I really feel that he does keep it real, and that's another problem in this business. People don't tell people you suck and you need to do something different. And I mean he doesn't tell them they suck, but he definitely gives them opportunity. He tells them what their opportunities are, and he doesn't bite his tongue, and I don't bite my tongue either, unfortunately. And it gets me in a bunch of trouble. You just don't know. Bam says I should wear a bulletproof vest because they're gonna one day, because I'm gonna say it. If it comes to my mind, I'm gonna say it. It usually comes out. I try. I don't know, not all the time.
No, not all the time.
Not all the time.
Sometimes.
But so, what has he told you to enhance your career? What did he tell you needed to work on?
Well, the very first time he saw me, he actually got up on stage with me, like you might have seen.
Yeah, I've seen him do that before.
Yeah, and he made me like do all this crazy dancing. This was actually before I was going to his boot camp, so like by the time I was done, I was so out of breath. And then I've been working with him ever since then, like at his boot camp, and now I'm doing so much better because he's helped motivate me and helped teach me to push myself.
Okay, so what happens? We've heard about these boot camps. What goes on in this boot camp?
It's torture.
What time does it start? What time does it end? What's the process?
At 2:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
On Saturday. It's every Saturday, and it's at a middle school.
Okay.
I don't know what middle school. I don't know what it's called, but somewhere out.
Junior high, middle school. Okay.
Yes. And normally he makes us run a few laps in the beginning, and then we have to do like run up hills, and then we have to run across the football field, run up the hill like over and over and over, and step ups and a whole bunch of running and just stuff like that.
And so how many people were out there?
It varies because some people come and then they don't come back, or some people miss a week, but it's normally not that many, maybe like 10.
That's a good number.
7,
Times how much?
Times?
Yeah, is there cost involved?
Oh, no, it's just free. It's free.
It's free?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So they are doing some things. I thought there was cost behind all this stuff.
He offers free boot camp.
Yeah, we need to go to the free boot camp.
Hey, the way they running and stuff, it could work.
Yeah, we probably definitely need to have a conversation with him at some point, but we haven't been formally introduced, and I don't know if the Carol O is an appropriate stage for us to introduce ourselves to him. It might be, it may not, because she has some superior guests on her show from time to time. I've seen Tony Terry, yeah. Who else? That's probably it. That's a way. And I thought that was a big plus, and I don't know why he's not having a comeback album, because when I saw him perform, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
It was amazing, and I was like, wow. And I guess that's all we need on our show is, we've had BET, who else? Def Jam.
Yeah.
Visit our shows, but we haven't had a consistent, number of those kind of people. But we have some great crowds.
So, have you ever signed up for American Idol or anything?
No, because I'm not old enough yet.
How old do you have to be?
You have to be 15, I believe. But like by the time it comes around next season, I still won't be old enough.
Wow.
Because my birthday's in January 17th, so they'll have the audition.
Like you said, man. If she tells the real age, she could get on there.
Even when she just sang that song she just did, I was still like, man, 14 years old, that's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, my daughter's still a baby. She called me the other day, telling me about, Daddy, I got my Christmas list. I said, you're not a child anymore. What are you talking about? But her Christmas list was all adult stuff. It wasn't any children things on the Christmas list, but it was a crazy Christmas list. It was Tiffany jewelry, True Religion jeans, leather jacket, iPhone. Okay.
So you got 2 years to win American Idol, pretty much, to get ready to win it.
Yeah, right.
By that time, you've been to learn some R&B songs. Cause they throw in, they don't just let you sing country, so you have to be versatile. So
Hey, so I know you like that girl. What's that girl that was from Snellville? What's her name? The one from American Idol.
Kelly Clarkson.
No, that's not Kelly Clarkson. The one from Snellville. You don't know her? Yeah, what's her name? We can't even think of her name. She's doing Broadway. Yeah, you don't listen to her?
I mean, I probably did. I know I liked her when she was on American Idol, but I haven't since then.
So you watch that show close, American Idol?
Mm-hmm.
What about America's Got Talent?
Actually, no, I don't watch that one.
You don't watch that one?
I don't have much time to watch TV here lately.
See, you know why they don't hear you? Maybe we should move the mic closer to her, Bam, because her voice is so light, it's just floating over the mic and down the hall somewhere. But, yeah, well, I don't watch those shows either. Bam watch all that stuff. Matter of fact, in the BET Awards or something going on, or is that a rerun? I don't watch nothing. I don't watch. If it ain't got violence in it, I ain't watching it. But so what type of artist do you want to be? You told me the different type of music you sing, but if you choose a lane, what lane are you going to choose?
I had a really hard time with this question because I was torn between country and then the indie kind of sound. But right now, I think I'm going towards the indie sound. But I mean, I'm open to doing anything.
Okay.
So, what's a famous indie artist out now?
The only one I can think of right now is Colby Kelly. But I know Corinne Bailey Rae, she kind of has that bluesy kind of sound too.
So pretty much you can get in a lane that's not really filled up, not too much traffic in.
Right. And that goes back to what we say around here. Don't stand in the back of the line. Just create a new one and be first. And that's that. Choose your own lane. If you wait behind everyone else, you might be there forever. Because we talk about this whole rap thing, or at least I do. And it's like a million rappers trying to get through a small hole, and everybody's not going to get through that hole. So if you create a new lane, that means you get to be first in line, and you can choose whatever you want to do. So that's a great answer for a 14-year-old. Because I'm trying to figure out what lane I'm getting in, and I'm an old man. I'm like, it's getting late for me. I got to figure it out pretty soon. But so I was told you wanted to do something a cappella, and we're going to open it up for you at this time to do what you do. Are you going to sing that one song for us that you did over there?
I'm not going to do Put Your Records On, but I'll do another one by Corinne Bailey Rae.
I mean, I'm talking about later. You don't have that track with you?
Oh, yeah, I do. Okay.
Oh, well, you got to do that one for me, because that one woke me up out of dead sleep.
Sorry, I didn't know I had that track.
Okay. So, right now, we're going to go ahead and do your acapella for our listening audience, and I hope you all can hear her. And this is Elvis Presley Sullivan. And
is that my new nickname?
and we're going to push the mic up closer to her. That's why you heard all that noise. And you're listening to The Hot Seat on 1420. And here goes.
Call in 44292-1420.
Bam, just interrupted me, but we're going to do this anyway. All right, here we go for our listening audience. Presley Sullivan. Take it away.
I know that this is true. Got my head spinning and I don't know what to do. When I lose control and I feel I'm at risk, he gives me a look that I can't resist. I love it when I smile and he smiles back. Now tell me, where can you get a man like that? Cause when he says baby, 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 the sound just drives me crazy. I know I can't be the only one that feels so lost when the day is done. Cause when he says maybe, 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 all it does is just aggravate me. But you know I can't stay mad at him. I seem to always give in. He tells me all the cutest things, get butterflies when he says my name. Every time that he texts me up, my heart feels like it might blow up. He's like my protection, gives me all this affection. We're heading in the right direction. This time I know I'm not mistaken. Cause when he says baby, 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 oh. Cause when he says maybe, maybe, oh, my best friend.
All right.
You know what?
So that's considered indie.
You know, we definitely have an eye for talent. We have an eye for talent, man. You know what? And we pulled the absolute very best, and I have to say that was sensational. I don't care what nobody else said, and you're ready for the fast lane, whatever the fast lane is. But don't take it from me because I'm nobody, so my opinion really doesn't count.
So they say she's ready?
Huh?
She's ready?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And this is, I guess, not to discredit that show, but you have these people who are allegedly in position to make things happen. We're not in position to make things happen. You know, we create stages, you know, and whatever exposure you get from that, you get from that. But these people who have supposedly, allegedly, the means should take a talent like you and invest in you and put you where you need to be.
Well, maybe that's why she's going through boot camp and all that stuff.
Man,
they can't
no,
just
come on, man.
throw out like
There's
that.
There's a lot of people going through boot camp.
I know,
There's
but
some people who are ready. Some people have the God-given gift, and you're supposed to take that person, I mean, and accelerate it.
So you say she's ready for homeschool and all that stuff now?
She's ready for homeschool, man. She's ready for homeschool. I mean, that sounded great. That was pleasant, you know? And we need pleasant music in the world. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I don't know nothing. And trust me, when I say I don't know nothing, I mean I don't know nothing. But, you know, I just want people to do what they say, or if they have the means to do it, get it done. You know, there's no reason for me again, for you to be on that stage. I think you should be on a different road, a different path. There's some people who need to be in certain areas and in certain talent shows and whatnot, and then there's certain people who have the it factor, the wow factor, whatever you want to call it, that people should move along. You know, in school, if you're smart, you get put in advanced placement classes, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
So why should you sit with the students that are average if you're above average? Why are you playing with them when they should be utilized, taking advantage of the talent you have and putting it to use? But that's me. I don't have any money. I don't know anything.
So who's your manager?
My mom.
Your mom. So we're gonna Mom. You had to make some moves, Mom.
She did not want to be in the video.
No, didn't want to be in the video.
So Mom, shopping your music or shopping you, or let me say this. Let me make something. Like I said, I don't know nothing, but I just have a million opinions. Is she leaving it in the hands of people that say they can, and trusting that they'll do the right things? Because if that's the case, as we know in this business, and you've been in it a short time, that people don't do what they say.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing you can trust with this hot seat urban media, and I tell people this all the time, is when we tell people we do a radio show, we do an internet show, and we do live show, they pretty much tell us you're lying. You know, pretty much they don't believe that, right? Plus we have 9 to 5, believe it or not. And we do all this stuff, but I always come back with, go to our website and you can verify everything we do. Mm-hmm. And we have over 400 artists that will vouch for our character, you know? We're not going to make you any promises. We're not going to tell you no lies. If we say we got a show, we got a show. If we say we can do it, we're going to do it. That's automatic. And I'm just saying, just make sure you're in the hands of a doer, not a talker. And if they're a doer, make them support what they're doing. And don't leave it up to them. Because you have to follow up, continuously follow up. Where are we with this? And if you're, and this is me, I don't know anything about the business. Keep that in mind. When I say this, I know absolutely nothing. If you're investing a lot of your own money, to me, my opinion, they don't believe in you as much as they say they do. Because if I believe in something, I'm going to take a risk on it. You know, that's me. I'm going to take that risk. I'm going to put my money behind you. I don't have any money where I put it behind you. I'm going to put it behind you. And if I take a loss, I take a loss. But I've proven to you that I do believe in you. If I'm asking you for money, that means I'm not certain. To me, that's me. But don't trust nothing I say, because I'm not in the business.
We have learned that throughout the time I've been doing this, that you can't be 100% sure on what people say, because you know they could be making stuff up. But I mean, we don't always believe people right off the bat when they say stuff. We make sure and follow up on what they do and make sure what they say is true before we 100% believe in them.
So have anyone approached you about working with you in the studio and getting you signed and all the good stuff?
A few people have come up to me and asked to manage me, but we actually haven't signed with anybody because we just didn't feel at the time that that was the right path to go. And actually tomorrow's Friday, right? Tomorrow I'm going to be going in the studio with a really good rapper. His name is Savon. And I'm going to be singing his hook. Yeah, I'm going to be doing
his hook.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Do you know the hook now?
Hmm?
Do you know the hook?
Yeah.
Hey, well, hold that thought because we have a caller called Bam Love. Bam lit up when you said that. We got a caller calling in.
You on the hot seat. Go ahead with your question. Who's this and where you calling from?
Alabama.
Oh, this is stepdad.
I love you too, Shelby.
Oh, I thought this was somebody finna get locked up.
I love you too.
Are you listening on the radio? Nope. Well, we appreciate you calling in, and we won't do anything to harm Elvis Presley. Thank you for calling the hot seat, and we'll see you later. Now let's get back to that the question Bam was asking about the hook. Cause I'm curious about that.
Yeah, what is the hook? Cause you didn't even want to say it like I'm saying that. Is it the hook? Yeah, you said the hook.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was saying the right word.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You like, I don't know what they call it. It's the hook.
The hook.
So what is the hook?
What you mean? You want me to sing?
Yeah, we want to hear it.
Is that okay? Think he's okay with that?
Yeah,
Think he'll be alright with it?
Yeah, you won't get
Okay.
sued or nothing.
And he probably ain't nobody that big.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't mess it up. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, you're going in the studio.
I haven't full on, practiced in a day or two, so,
You go.
I'll swing it.
Yeah.
Baby, whatever I got is yours. I love you more every time you open the door. You even hold my hands in front of your friends. So every time you leave, something takes over me. My wind's knocked out and I can't breathe. Don't have to ask me if I'm yours. All I've got is yours, of course.
Right. You are hot. I'm gonna tell you that now. You got a great voice. You got a great sound. And once again, I don't know nothing. I ought to repeat that. I might have bad ears, all I know. But I think somebody should be doing some things with you. But matter of fact, how did you hook up with this guy? You the hook.
Actually, Dominique Mitchell brought him to me at Who's Got That Vibe.
Okay. So you've heard this guy rap before?
Yes, he sang last night. Actually, he rapped for us 2 songs, and he's really awesome. He's really good.
But you don't know nothing about rap, so you're just like me. You don't know.
Well, I hear it on the radio.
You don't listen. He's on the radio?
No.
Oh.
But I hear rap on the radio, and I think he's really good.
So name a rap song that you do like.
6'7" by Lil Wayne.
I don't know that song.
Nicki Minaj?
Nicki Minaj, I'm sorry. I like Super
I
Bass.
thought you were going to say LeBrat.
And Fly.
Who?
Super Bass and Fly by Nicki Minaj.
Oh, I don't know any of that stuff. Unfortunately. I listen to the gospel station. People wouldn't believe that either. People wouldn't believe I don't do drugs or drink alcohol, but that's who I am. I'm just this way. I can't say enough, like I said, I appreciate you coming on our show. And like I said, we hand select who we want to talk to. And going back to what I said about people don't believe me, even when people have made, so when I handed your mother the card, it was, this is what we do, I ran it off real quick and went out the door. Well, what she did with it was on her, but it's just like, I'm almost feeling like, okay, here's somebody else. You know, they looking at me as here's somebody else with a story. You know, here's a story, and I'm like, man, come on.
I know you done ran across thousands of people like that.
With great stories, great stories. But you know, like I said, once you come on this show or any of our shows, you become family with the hot seat. And anything we can do, anybody we know, or any show we have, you're always invited. I mean, without question. And we got to get you on the show because we got to get you. You know, I don't know if we have fans, but we have some followers. And we will have a nice turnout at any show we have. In any show we have a great turnout. And we have, like I said, talent on your level. You know, you don't have to worry about Johnny who just did a little CD at home coming up on stage and trying to sing it. It won't happen.
You'll be with the best of the best.
But if we invite you to the internet show, you're gonna be with the worst of the worst because that's where we take the non-talent to the internet show because they're not in front of anybody and it won't embarrass us because there ain't gonna be that many people logging.
We could cut and edit them out and all that good stuff. So.
But you know, we still do some good shows down there. Matter of fact, I was talking to a guy, Tiny. He's a gospel singer and he wants to put together a gospel show with us. And you know, we have people approach us to do different things. Sometimes people approach us talking about money. You know, if you invest this much money, you can make this much money. You know, we're not fools either. Plus, we don't have the money to invest. Well, Bam does. I don't. So, see, Bam's the rich one on the show. I'm the poor old man on the show. But, you know, we're going to go into another track of yours. Wait a minute. Do I have a song that I requested? Or you got it? You got it? Oh, absolutely I want it. Because, I mean, that woke me out of dead sleep. Anything that can wake me up out of sleep, boy, is good. So for our listening audience, you got to hear her sing this next track. This was phenomenal.
Thank you.
To say the least. So while I'm loading up this CD, well, why don't you put out your social pages again, your website, everything, and that'll give me a little time, because I always like to keep it real with our listening audience, to load up the CD, because I'm not the best at this, but it might take me a minute. But while I'm doing this, you take care of that.
Okay. Well, once again, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Presley Amber Sullivan on Facebook, or you can go to YouTube and type in Presley Sullivan, and a few of my videos will come up. I'm also on ReverbNation.com under Presley Sullivan, and also you can find me on my website, PresleySullivan.com. I have some original music on there too.
Alright.
Alright. And here we go.
Three little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Summer came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls will touch on the concrete. Yeah.
For that.
Sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you think it's strange? Girl, put your record down. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead and check out. Sapphire and faded dreams. I hope you'll get your dreams. You go ahead and check out. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Blue as the sky, sunburnt and lonely. Sipping tea in the bar by the roadside. Just relax, just relax. Don't you let them other boys fool you. Gotta love that afro hairdo, yeah. Maybe sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more they seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you hesitate, girl, put your record down. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead and check out. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you'll get myself somewhere, somehow, just more than I can take. Pity for pity's sake, some nights kept me awake. I thought that I was stronger, when you're gonna realize that you don't even have to try any longer. Do what you want to, girl, put your record down. Tell me your favorite song, you go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your head down. Girl, put your record down. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. You go ahead, let your head down. You're gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow.
Incredible.
Thank
That you know what? Like I said, I had never heard that song until we actually saw you sing that song, and I mean, I told you it woke me up out of dead sleep in a club full of music, and I mean that's that. Who sings that song?
Corin Bailey Ray.
Now you know if you do one of our shows, you definitely got to give us that song. You have to give us that song. I mean that is hot. And going back to what I said, somebody needs to invest in you and make it happen. And I'm sure you're going to have a great career because you have I won't call it a soulful sound, and I'm not going to call it a country sound, but it is a unique sound.
Thank you.
And that's what it's about, you know, creating a different lane, sounding different, having your own vibe, you know. And I don't know where you got it from. Did you get it from your mama or your daddy? Where you get it from?
Both of my parents are actually musically inclined. My dad used to be in two bands, I think, and he sings and plays a lot of instruments. And my mom also used to sing too, and she still likes to sing, and so does my dad.
Yeah. What kind of music does your mom
Good.
sing?
My mom, I don't really know what she used to do because she used to sing in a little band, but
Oh my goodness.
now she just kind of, you know,
She's just mom now.
messes around.
And then we're going to the phone lines again.
You're on the hot seat. Go ahead with your question. Alright.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Live on the hot seat.
Oh wow, hi.
Okay. Right. Right. I totally agree. Right. Yeah. Have you been listening to the show? Absolutely. So what is the next step for her? That's what we need. You need people like him around you. You got to have the a barrier. I guess I would say a force around you to keep the wolves out. You know?
He sounded like he probably could negotiate the deal too.
Yeah, he did. He really did. Sound like he knew what he was doing. You know, Bam, we're running out of time, and I want to play this last track of Elvis Presley Jr. And we're going to do this one last time, and then we're going to talk to her, and she's going to blast out her social sites, and she's going to thank her people again. And we're going to thank the people for tuning in to The Hot Seat, and always check out our website at www.thehotseattakeovershow.com. If you're an artist out there and you want to be a part of any of the Hot Seat business, you know, you can email us at thehotseatatl@yahoo.com. And the phone lines are blowing up, man. We got to continue to answer these calls before we go away.
You on the hot seat? Go ahead with your question.
I hope you think of me when the rain is pouring against your window pane at night. I hope you think of me when your world is crazy, then you'll believe it's gonna be alright. True love is living in that fountain, it's better late than never. Now we're out to end it. I hope you think of me with me as sweet when you see the sunset, when it's hard to breathe. I know I think of you when my heart sinks down, when my head spins round, when I feel lost in the deep. Baby, baby, don't
And the
ever
Hot
leave
Seat's
me.
going to close on this song. Keep going. Don't stop on my account.
Okay.
I'm singing the hook here.
Forever standing here beside me.
Thank you for tuning in to the Hot Seat Urban Media.
Without you,
I'm the undisputed king of urban media. Keep singing.
I hope you think of me.
Bam, are you going to say goodnight?
When
Oh,
you're
Bam, signing out.
standing by the door.
Good night. And you've been tuned in to the Hot Seat with
Then
Presley
you
Sullivan.
might think, yeah, you might think that you don't wanna go anymore, no. If life has love, then you better not go. When you say goodbye, I guess life's no more. I hope you think of me when the air smells sweet, when you see the sunset, when it's hard to breathe. I know I think of you when my heart
It's
sings.
over. The show is